What is going on, guys? Hope you guys could hear me. Check, check. Oh, you know what? Check, 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 check. Checking mic, checking mic. Hope you guys can hear me. Okay. Man, this sucks. This is the second attempt to actually talk WandaVision. My webcam is having a little issue, so I had to do from the computer. Hope you if you guys are back on here, please comment. I had a lot of comments going on. I honestly just put this up quick. So I don't know how many people are going to be watching this. I already did a main review on WandaVision for the first live video I did. Now I had technical difficulties. Sorry guys, my bad. I don't know what the hell happened. The audio was working and then all of a sudden it just stopped working. So I don't know what was going on there. But we're back on here. We're back. We're ready to talk WandaVision. Like I said, I just put this up real quick. So there's I guess a quick promo. You know, we got the Funko Pop giveaway that's gonna be announced on the end of Falcon and Winter Soldier. So my main review, I gave the episode a 7.5 out of 10. And I know that is not a popular, probably, opinion, but we're going to just do spoilers right now. And I'm going to give you the reason why I really liked the episode, but then there was a lot of things I did not like about the episode. So we're going to give a chance to, so comment below, comment. Let's just dive right into it. Once again, I'm sorry for the technical difficulties. I don't know what the hell happened. Hopefully this is you can hear me and we're ready to rock and roll. So take a sip of this real quick. Okay. At least say an 8. 7.5, man. 7.5. I had mixed feelings about this episode. I mean, I was saying Elizabeth Olsen looking banging. So we'll go into there's two credits, right? There's the mid credit scene and then there's the after credit scene. I got a question on who was the cameo. It's not Magneto, it's not Fantastic Four, it's not Ultron. All those theories have been blown out of the water. Okay, but Albert, I told you, man. I told you. What didn't you like? I told you that they were going to introduce a scroll. Kevin Feige would not resist the opportunity to get this scroll invasion set up. So yes, you get a scroll at the end of the mid credit scene, and I fucking knew it. I knew that they were going to put a scroll in there, and then you also got a you got a after credit scene, and that's Scarlet Witch. That's Wanda in a cabin, recluse, and then you see her using her magic, going through the book that Agatha was talking about, and we'll get to that right now too. So yeah, let's welcome everybody. Sorry for the technical difficulties in the other videos. So a little bit less of a quality on this one. I just wanted to put it up because I mean, this shit dropped. Did anybody notice that they dropped this like 5-10 minutes early? So they really pulled a fast one because they really want because people are gonna be just on this thing, and there's gonna probably be some technical difficulties on that too. So I was able to watch it like 5 minutes before it hit midnight. So let's get right into this. So I want to welcome Albert. If I butcher your names because of my Mexican accent, Albert, welcome. Dominator, welcome. Albert is like, don't want in this. Comment, please. Comment. Let's talk about it. So hey, I can hear you though. Exactly. We in this. At least it's like about it. It was fucking another vision. Yeah, it was another. So Paul Bettany, what a troll, right? Paul Bettany was like, oh, I've been always wanted to work with this actor, and it's fucking him. It was White Vision with regular Vision. What did the scroll say? I couldn't really hear her. She said that Monica has to meet someone. Yeah, so I'm assuming it's the leader, right? It's like it's the main scroll that we saw in Captain Marvel. and going up. Yeah, that one was really some of it dialogue was kind of low, especially with the Vision and White Vision interacting. So it was kind of hard to hear what they were kind of saying. I'm glad they dropped it early. I still waited until 12:05 for my stream. Worked good. I'm here, full review. Okay, so let me get my review out. Let's get into spoiler territory. Wanted to look bomb. Okay, so the fights were great. Vision versus White Vision. I thought was spectacular. It looked great. CGI, the budget was there for that one. In the beginning with Wanda and Agatha, I thought at some point it reminded me, I got a little bit of hint of a CW show, but not in a good way. The special effects were a little wonky. The fight was a little cheesy. Again, I did like the throwback to the Wizard of Oz and the Wicked Witch, or the one of the witch, the shoes, and the body's missing and stuff. So I did like that. The thing that one where I knew, okay, the writing's not going to be as strong in this episode is how they got Wu to Hayward captures Wu, right? And Wu comes in and Hayward just like does his little mustache twirling villainous speech, and then there's a phone right there, and Wu is able to like take the phone and use it, and he's a magician, right? So that particular scene when Hayward and Wu, I was like Ryan Reynolds, this is lazy writing. This is lazy writing. It's lazy writing because why does Hayward need Wu to be in the same room with him after they capture him and explain like, oh, you'll never stop me kind of speech? And Wu is able to take the opportunity to take the phone. And why does that motherfucker in the back not notice that Wu took that phone? Like, he literally was right there. And the whole scene and the whole exchange was just for that to happen. There was no need for Hayward to even see Wu. He's more busier with other shit. So to me, that was Deadpool 2, where like, that's lazy writing. And it had to happen so the story can move along. But it's very stupid. Like, would you do that? Do you really need to see Wu at this time? Do you really need to see his ass and say, oh, I captured you. Let me lay out what the fuck's going on, and you're never gonna get me. Like, that was dumb to me. That was very dumb. I was like, okay, this all right, let's keep going. But then you have, the Marvel is a family friendly property. I understand that. WandaVision is actually for the family. And I like that. I like that aspect. It's something that finally a family could just sit down and watch at midnight with the popcorn and watch the show. But I do like a little darkness in my stuff, And I felt like the darkest we've ever gotten in a Marvel property is in Infinity War. That is the darkest we've ever kind of got to it. I mean, in a Marvel studio, I'm not counting Blade and all that shit. I'm counting like the MCU. So I was hoping for a little bit more weight to this. Once again, a little bit more weight. Like my Spider-Man movies, I need a little bit more weight. I need Peter Parker to persevere in really bad situations, more worse than what they've been giving us. This one, it really felt like a family, let's get them all together kind of thing. And how Agatha was defeated. It was really cool that Wanda or Scarlet Witch was able to use like this spell, right? But some of it was kind of cheesy and corny. It was kind of cheesy and corny. So that's the other kind of problem I had with it. I felt like Naruto was going to come in here and do some talk no jutsu. That's how I felt about it a little bit. I know it's not a popular opinion. I know you guys, a lot of the fan base probably enjoyed the hell out of this episode, but I really did have a couple problems with it. And the other problem is Quicksilver. Can we get the elephant out of the room? Quicksilver is not. That's one of the bigger disappointments that I've had. Is like, damn, they really have an opportunity. Then again, I don't know what the plan is down the road, what Kevin Feige is trying to do. with different dimensions, especially with Wanda at the end of the end credit scene. But knowing that Petra, that Quicksilver, the X-Men Quicksilver, is not the X-Men Quicksilver. It's a guy that, of course, we knew Agatha was controlling him. Was he? Yeah, right. Like it was. He had the Agatha kind of like restraint on his neck. I was really disappointed. I was being a random person was such a that was really disappointing, guys. That's a golden opportunity. That's a fucking golden opportunity, right? And they really dropped the ball on that. And it's not no he's not Mephisto. He's not a Nightmare. He just it was a really it really disappointed the shit out of me. I'm like, really, man? And Evan Peters is such a great actor, and he's so good in that role. Very disappointing. But let's get into some of the good, right? I think the climax of this episode was fantastic. Called that to Albert. I told you he was going to disappear after the hex is gone. We didn't know what was going to happen with the kids, but that was a very touching moment. I thought that moment was fantastic. It kind of reminded me a little bit of Infinity War when Wanda and Vision are having that conversation, and the just the way they did that ending, and just the way they really gut punched you, and how Wanda really lost everything, right? She's losing everything and she has to let it go. I mean, that's exactly what we said. There's two paths. Either she was going to let things go, or she was going to become a really true, like crazy ass villain. But she let it go. She let Vision go. I don't know what's going on with White Vision now. There was that. I'm glad they didn't. Oh no, that was the other disappointment. Oh Jesus, I just remembered it. But overall, that was a great moment, and that was a fantastic setup. And especially when she tells the kids, thank you for letting me be your mom. So good, so good. That's what I love about Marvel is those moments that they could really have with characters that we've followed for a long time. I was watching a little bit of some recaps, and I was watching, I remember seeing Robert, nail Tony, and just all the conversations he's had, and now he's gone. Like they do a great job of really pulling the heartstrings. So the ending was great. The conversation with Vision, their last goodbyes, Vision and Wanda, was fantastic. That is exactly what that's what the strength of Marvel has, right? White Vision. Wow, Sword sucks. I'm sorry. Sword fucking sucks. They're not very good at their job. Hayward was taken out by Darcy and was taken out very easily. And then the moment where he does take a shot at, I believe, Billy or whatever, and Monica comes in front, and then Monica showcases her powers. It really, that's when I got a little bit of a CW kind of vibe, and it really kind of looked really cheesy and it just didn't look great. Okay. But Hayward being taken out like that was so disappointing. So disappointing. I was like, what? Like, what's the point of Sword? They're buffoons. They really are clowns. Sword members, they're not threatening to me. They make White Vision, and the fight was great. Oh man, the fight with White Vision and Vision was fantastic. Like I love the flying. I love the going through each other. Like it was great. That's what she said, I guess. So I thought that was really well done. But then when they have this conversation, and it was kind of weird because, like I said, talking about audio. I mean, I had that first video and the audio that wasn't working, but the conversation between White Vision and Vision, like it was kind of low. And I had my TV all the way up, so it was kind of hard to like. They were basically talking, basically the same conversation like with Vision and Ultron, right? But it's like Vision with White Vision, and he's able to kind of reboot him. There's memory still stored from that. He's the original Vision, so he's basically fake Vision is able to reboot White Vision, right? So technically, Vision's alive. Technically, in a technicality, he's alive. No, I didn't really, like, no, I don't. I'm kind of this like White Vision's pretty dope, but I don't know. I mean, the consequences. I want deaths to matter. I want somebody. I don't want to see Robert Downey Jr. back. Hell, I don't even really want to see Cap back, but he's coming back. If people die in the MCU, keep them dead. Just keep them dead. I mean, a little cameo here and there, nice. Okay, that's fine. But the consequences have to happen. I know a lot of people said, well, it didn't matter because, Tony and Banner would have found a way to get them going again. So true. But I didn't necessarily like it. I'm not too on that, but that was another kind of like ding for me. I know you're probably thinking like I really hated the episode, but it just left me with a lot of mixed emotion. Okay, a lot of mixed emotion. Catherine Hahn still awesome. I'm glad they didn't kill Agatha off, and I love the the one part where Scarlet or Wanda brings Agatha back to that. She was able to sneak up from behind her from being invisible or doing a spell, and she's able to go back to when they were going to kill her on the post or whatever, and they all turned to Wanda, and it reminded me of Marvel Zombies. Man, it looked great. I was like, ooh, I was getting that Marvel Zombie kind of feel, and like Agatha's like, oh, I told you, they're going after your ass. And they're like, the Scarlet Witch. Like, that was great. That was great. That was. If you can get me a feeling of Marvel Zombies, you've done your job, sir. So that was another great moment, and I got it playing. I got it playing right here, and it's actually at the part where, after her little bubble is gone, and she's leaving the town, which I felt that's when I said the extras were a little bit, or I want to call them extras, but the other character, the town people, right? Some of the acting when they get Wanda gets a hold of them, or was it Wanda or Agatha? And some of the acting of them in pain was a little bit funny, honestly. So I'm watching the part where Wanda, says her goodbyes to Monica, and they're looks like she has to go to hiding. The townspeople are back. They're all mean dogging her, and Monica sympathizes with Wanda, which is understandable. We do sympathize with Wanda, right? We know what she gave up. We know that it wasn't like she can't control this power and it just happened and she kind of forgot about it. But I really felt like Donald Glover, right? Uncle Aaron in Spider-Man Homecoming, where Spider-Man hits him with the web on the trunk, and he's like, no, come back here, fix this. That's exactly what I felt when Wanda was leaving. I'm like, no. You're a criminal over here. Get back over here. Wanda still, she did the right thing by letting people go, but like it took her a while. And not only that, I mean, she needs to pay for, I guess, what the hell she did, even though it was out of passion. It doesn't fucking matter. Like, I thought Dottie was a witch, but I guess not. But when Dottie gets her, when Agatha gets her out of that kind of hex power, Dottie's like, "Oh, can you, my daughter? Can you just get I want to hold my daughter real quick. Like, what scene? Like all that shit." I'm like, dude, you're really fucking up here. You're really fucking up, and you gotta take responsibility, right? With great power comes great responsibility. Just fucking right. I did Uncle Ben. All right, I did Uncle fucking Ben. It's my dog, man. I don't give a shit if I watch him die 3 times, 3 times, 3 times, 2 times, 2 times. I don't care. That's my dog, Uncle Ben. So I was really like, nah, get your fine ass back over here. You got a shitload to explain. So now I'm starting to see what the Accords in Civil War are all about. Like these fucking superheroes don't take any consequences. So, yeah, there's some mixed emotion on this episode, but overall, like for a season finale, it didn't satisfy me, but it didn't necessarily not make me want to go like, it was a good run. I enjoyed WandaVision a lot, and there is a really lot of good stuff in it. And even the season finale, they had some great stuff. I mean, the like I said, the yeah, this Quicksilver kind of messed me up a little bit, but the finale was something. It was something. All right, let me just. Ugh. Guys, we're gonna be here all night. I got a Monster Energy drink. I'm fired up. Pretty pissed that my first stream didn't go. I don't know what the fuck happened. Really pissed, and I just like put as many tags as I can. I'm like, we got to get this going. So really pissed off on that one, but not pissed at the episode. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm not angry. I'm just a little disappointed that you spilled the goddamn milk. Okay, let's get into these comics, guys. All right, so we're gonna go into the comment section, and just a quick reminder: we are Funko Pop Colossus. Let people know that I'm doing that on my channel. Now that doesn't go. That doesn't. The winner doesn't get announced until after the Falcon and Winter Soldier, which I'm really looking forward to. I think that what they've been showing us, it looks beautiful. It looks like the Winter Soldier movie, cinema wise, lens wise. Like they really put some money into it. So I'm very excited to see what goes on right there, especially now that a scroll has been introduced. Where I don't know necessarily scrolls are going to be in a Winter Soldier and Falcon, but I mean, I think the scroll invasion is going to be a big, big thing. All right. I want to thank everybody who is in this. I'm pretty sure, we're going to talk. We're just going to talk, comment. Let me know what your guys' thoughts. I want to know your feelings about the episode. And then you guys do a great job letting me know specific things that happen in the episode that I'm just kind of like, I just watched it. So it kind of slips my mind a little bit. Agatha's book, remember, the Scarlet Witch has it. So, and then the ending scene, that was really reminiscent of Doctor Strange. That's the kind of magic, Okay, Wanda looking bomb. I know she was. Oh, the design work on that costume was amazing. And Albert, I thought the headpiece wouldn't work, but it does. It works. And the costume reminded me a lot of Magneto, the Michael Fassbender Magneto. I was so giddy on that. I was like, damn. And she was looking fine. She could turn me into a neighbor any day. Oh shit, I just fucking moved this. It's gonna have another technical difficulty, right? All right. Vision versus Vision was like a flying Lamillion fighting Lamillion fighting in My Hero Academia. You're pretty right. They're big. That it's funny because they were bulky, guys going at it. It was cool though. It was really cool to see. I really like how White Vision, because he's so white, and then you have Vision green and red and gold. It really the colors really clashed really well too. Like I mean, it's a smart idea in the comics to make White Vision because it's fucking White Vision, And White Vision, I thought White Vision was gonna do more. I don't know what the fuck happened to him. I thought he was gonna be an end credit scene. I don't know. He went somewhere. All right, CR. Thank you for watching, man. Thank you, CR, for watching this shit. Disappointed man. So I do have some people who are feeling a little bit of the same. Is it the same Darkhold from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? Is it canon? So I don't really watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I know there's a lot of things in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. that you could tie back to in WandaVision. There's like my friend was talking about the soap and the brainwashing and all that stuff. And I was like, oh, that's kind of a crazy theory. Probably. I mean, is Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is canon. So I know they want to kind of sweep it out. They don't really want to take too much liberty with them. I mean, remember when Winter Soldier happened, Hydra went down, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. took that storyline as well. Did the after effects, Albert, whoa, grabbing that phone was weak writing. I had no problem with the speech. I just had a problem with the phone. I'm not going to forgive any show or episode on little things like that, because we're film is moving right to the future, writing is moving to the future. These are things that now people are noticing, just the common audience too. It doesn't make, if you think about this episode a lot, there's a lot of things that don't necessarily make sense, like Agatha explaining the Scarlet Witch to Wanda. Why the fuck does she need to explain it to her? Why? She has no reason to. They're in a battle. There is no reason for her to give her any information. Anything. Just take her fucking powers. Just do the mummy. So that didn't make any sense to me either. So there's a lot of, if you think a lot about this episode, there's a lot of circumstances, like Darcy hitting Hayward, right? Right in the nick of time. There's a lot of that shit. A lot of that shit. There's a lot of setting up. Oh, what do you know? This happened. Like a sitcom, I guess. All right. Let's see. Better finale than Game of Thrones. Oh, 1,000 times. But you should. Fuck. Yeah, I wasn't covering the finale of Game of Thrones at the time because I took my little break. But if you would have saw me, somebody would have recorded me talk about Game of Thrones in the finale, I'd be viral right now. I was so pissed, so pissed. But it wasn't. It was like that sense of there's no way they could fix this, right? Yes, WandaVision for season 1 finale is way better than fucking season 8 of Game of Thrones. Family looked incredible. Exactly what you're saying. I watched this with my brother and parents. Like I was getting a little bit of course, Incredibles vibes too when the family was working together. Really cool moment. Really sad to see the kids go. That's when I felt for Wanda, probably because I'm a father myself, and her saying goodbye to the kids was pretty heartbreaking. I was sad on that one. That's where it got really good. Bro, the darkest stuff was from Punisher and Daredevil, but I get what you mean. Well, you see, Albert, Punisher and Daredevil, the series, it was on Netflix, and that was associated with Marvel, but that wasn't part of the MCU. Right now they have the rights to all of them, right? It's, I think, COVID, the pandemic, well, I guess, because Marvel was going to not really do anything with them, but because of the pandemic hitting, I think because they had to wait like 2 years time to get these characters or whatever, and pandemic hit and they got them. Now they could use them. So officially, I don't know if they're gonna address that Netflix series, but just think of it this way: the characters coming into the MCU, Jessica Jones, Daredevil, and all them, they might not be the same counterparts as Netflix. This is all new, baby, all new. So I don't count those dark series, even though it is associated with Marvel. I don't count it in the MCU. If they put it on Disney Plus, that's when you count it. That's when you find out if it's going to be that dark. It's hard though. It's fucking hard. Like it's like Sony, right? Morbius. Sony is able to take chances, or just able to do what they kind of want because that's their property. And at that time, it was not Marvel's full property. I'm so sad that the kids are gone too. Quicksilver being random person we talked about that. He's just Ralph Boner. Was that like a growing pains kind of joke though? So it's such a wasted opportunity. I don't know what they're gonna do in the future. Wasted opportunity though, man. Wasted opportunity. Ghost. What's up, Ghost? We talking. We talking. We are talking tonight. The biggest question: what happened? What the fuck happened to White Vision? I honestly, I was like, if I was a betting man, I would have said that White Vision was going to show up in the mid credit scene or the after credit scene. I don't know what the fuck happened to him. I don't know where he went. Technically, Vision is back and running, so of course he's probably going to show up somewhere around here and reunite with Wanda. I don't know. That was I think one of the director said that a lot of people were going to be kind of disappointed. There's a lot of plot lines now that it came up with White Vision that we're not going to find out not until later on. So yeah, I have no fucking clue where White Vision went. Bro, they didn't show me Scratchy. Scratchy. They didn't show me Scratchy. I feel like White Vision either went to Avengers Campus or Wakanda. That's a good theory. He might have went to Wakanda because I mean, it's where he died. He probably did go to Wakanda, Albert. That's a good one. He probably did. He that's the last kind of memory he had when Thanos took the was it the which stone was it? The one of the stones. Can't remember right now. Let's see, dude. I thought when Dottie was woken up that she was gonna start doing match. I thought so too. I think we all there was a lot of theories that people were throwing around and didn't come true. I've been in a Marvel group and man, they were fighting over Mephisto and Nightmare, and we even thought like there has to be right. There has maybe in Doctor Strange too, maybe, but that was out the window. We thought Dottie maybe be a witch, but that really showcased that Wanda. I've said in previous videos, listen, she's a villain, but not. She's a sympath. She's in the comics. She's not a full right villain. There's circumstances that happen that make her a villain. And here it's kind of similar, but the problem is when you see it, you're like, you need to pay for your crimes, lady. This is you really need to pay for your crimes, even though you're fine. You ranked the episode 7.5, but what do you think that you're rank the series as a whole? That's a good question. It's a really good question. Um, Now the problem is the first three episodes, right? I mean, I've talked to so many people who finally got into WandaVision just because they heard the hype and everybody watching it, but they really can't get through those first three episodes. I enjoy the Isla Lucy episodes, so to speak. I really enjoy those, but would I be clamoring to go back and watching those episodes? No. It really starts getting good, like what episode 5 and on, and then the season finale was kind of a letdown. So I always say you could start off slow, get really good in the middle, but you have to knock that finale, right? You have to knock that ending out of the park, or at least be just good. So it was good. They didn't knock it out of the park. So WandaVision, you got to think too. Is WandaVision up there with, even though it's a different kind of show? Is it? Let's take a look at the other Marvel shows. Is it up there with Daredevil, which I consider like a like season 1? Even the last season was really solid, but like Daredevil season 1's like a 10 out of 10 for me. If you can make me love this character, even though I don't give a shit about this character, you did your job. Jessica Jones season 1 was fantastic. I don't even know anything about this character, but she did. Fucking, I love Jessica Jones now. WandaVision, what they did right was they really explored more of the characters. You explored more of Vision. You explored more of Wanda. You explored more of the relationship between the two, and you opened different boxes along the way. This is a show that I think you have to watch if you're definitely a fan of those characters, but of something Pandora box opening, that going into another. You thought Doctor Strange, the first movie, was really going into something. This is really showcasing a lot of different elements of magic, of the parent. Not, I guess you could say paranormal, not really, but just really going into the weird factor. If I had to rate WandaVision, I would rate it because this really it did his job though. And really, it's hard because I'm done watching it. The question is, will I go back and like rewatch the whole thing? I would rate WandaVision. This is so hard because the ending was okay. I would rate it 8 out of 10. I'd rate it. I'm feeling an 8. I'm feeling an 8 because they did take a risk, and I thought that risk paid off. And I thought they introduced new characters that I enjoyed. They really the pacing was great. Actually, the pacing was really great. A lot of the episodes because it went by quick. So for rewatchability, it's not a crazy ass hour and a half or hour episode. I would give it a solid 8. It wasn't anything mind like well, kind of, it could have been. the writing on this show is just not as solid as the writing on other shows I've seen that dealt with superheroes. You could even say The Boys, right? The Boys are fantastic. But they're a different kind of beast on its own. But yeah, it's captivating. Like you really they really set up those characters, and it's just a fantastic show. Where WandaVision is it's setting up for the future too. That's what I get. But I get an 8 out of 10, Albert. I mean, honestly, would I go back and watch? Personally, no. Personally, I've seen it. I think the fun of it is kind of like a mystery, right? You want to find out who the killer is. You want to find out who the hell's behind this. And once you find out, you're kind of like, okay, let's move on to the next property. Now, if WandaVision season 2 happens, I'm all for it. I think White Vision is going to be in it, probably. All right, let's keep going. Vision unlocking. There we go. Vision unlocking White Vision's memories remind me of the time Vision locked out Ultron from the internet, holding his head while floating in the yeah. That I mean, really a lot of callbacks from Age of Ultron. So I'm glad you said that, because I'm in the Marvel group, and a lot of people are before this episode happened. A lot of people were appreciating, Age of Ultron. They're going back and saying, Age of Ultron's fantastic. Age of Ultron is my least favorite Marvel movie for sure, because Ultron is not menacing. If you have Kilgrave and Kingpin being more menacing than Ultron, that's a problem. So, and I think Age of Ultron's a mess, but they really it's part of the MCU, and they really have a lot of callbacks from Vision and Ultron, which I appreciate. I thought that was so that did remind me, that particular scene with White Vision and Vision really did remind me of Ultron and Vision for sure. Marvel from Netflix was part of I got something. What's this here? That's funny. Sorry. Marvel from Netflix was part of MCU. They referenced stuff from the Avengers, but they might reboot. All example. So, yeah, I mean, there was references. What was it? I think it was Age of Ultron, and they referenced it in Daredevil or something like that. But you got Albert, like Kevin Feige doesn't want. He might continue that history over here, but it seems like he doesn't want any. Just like what we saw at Quicksilver, it seems like he doesn't want that shit. Like he'll nod at it and wink at it, but it's not MCU unless it's MCU Disney Plus. So in the beginning that was the plan, but I think the plan after the Disney Plus was a go, they ended their relationship with Netflix. I don't think they want to cover that, but who knows? Because they're bringing everybody back who played these characters in the Netflix show. So who knows? Let's see. We're really gonna see Vision die 4 times later down the line. Like Vision should have just stayed dead. I don't understand. I'm really frustrated because when I think back of the deaths on the MCU, I feel like Black Widow will come back later on down the line too. But when I think back of all the deaths that's been happening, it's like bringing Vision was the one where I was like, you got to keep that dude dead. Just keep him gone. I feel like he served his purpose. I don't know what they're going to do with him now in the future, but I feel like he served his purpose. But Paul Bettany's great. Paul Bettany's a great actor, and what WandaVision did do was make me like Vision a lot more. I don't love him, but I like him, especially the different charisma he had compared to the movies. So it was great. All right, Wanda and Peter are both on the run now. Oh, Peter Parker, yes, yeah, they are, huh? The cabin scene kind of reminded me of the Incredible Hulk, the Edward Norton version. When he's in the cabin, he's like controlling his anger, then he fucking becomes a Hulk. Yeah, but Peter Parker is getting. I can't wait for the Daredevil stuff. I mean, I love the thought of Charlie Cox and Tom Holland working together, and I think it's gonna be magical chemistry, courtroom. Don't give a shit. I want to see it. Dude, my favorite part was when Scarlet Witch finally appears in full form, and mostly with Agatha says that the Scarlet Witch is stronger than the sorcerer. Yeah, the story. Yeah. So people are comparing. How strong is the Scarlet Witch? Like, is she the strongest? Is she the strongest out of everybody? She's stronger than Doctor Strange. Who would win in a battle? I think Doctor Strange would win in a battle because I think, but because Doctor Strange, the version we've seen at Doctor Strange at this point is not his full potential. He goes further than that. So that'd be an interesting battle between Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch. And it actually would be an interesting battle between the Phoenix and Scarlet Witch when they introduce the X-Men, which I hear is going to happen with I think it's a movie called The Mutants. There's rumors going around here. There's rumors. Um, what was the other one? Yeah, and then yeah, so it's exactly what the previous episode when we saw Scarlet Witch with the headband and the costume, like in when she was she was at the Tesseract. It was kind of like the foreseeable future, and we saw that. We saw her transform into the Scarlet Witch, which was pretty badass. But that means Wanda is stronger than Strange. I don't know. I'm not gonna, because remember, Wanda still can't. She's learning by herself, but I wouldn't go that far because Doctor Strange is a powerful SOB. And then you got to take account of new characters that are going to be introduced as well, like the Eternals. Like how badass are the Eternals? That's what I want to know. Your rating is fair. I won't give it a 10/10, but I do think for me it's a 9 simply for the emotions it gave out of me. Wanda coming out of the hex the first time, the flash. No, by all means, Albert. Like it's. I get what you're saying. The only thing, it's funny because I just watched Coming to America 2, and I thought, it was okay. It's all about like rewatchability, right? Shows are all about rewatchability. I can rewatch Sons of Anarchy like so many times. I could watch Breaking Bad so many times. I have to ask the question, can I rewatch Wanda? And even though it gave me so many amazing conversations, amazing theories, really engaged, it was a water cooler kind of TV show. I would not go back to it because I already know the surprises and I already know what it's not a show where I think it was a show. I think it was a show that kept you engaged because of what you're trying, like a murder mystery. You're trying to find out who the killer was. So but I totally understand where you're coming from. I mean, it's a show that's opening Pandora's box, but it's a show that really touched upon these characters more. They fleshed them out, which is great. All right. The cabin scene reminded me of Thanos. I think. Oh, that's true too. Thanos' cabin scene. The big 3 deaths from Infinity War are pretty pointless now. Loki, I know Loki's show looks very interesting though. That's technically not the original Loki, so technically Loki is dead, I guess. Vision, Gamora. Technically, that's not the original Gamora, so Gamora is dead. Technically, I guess. But those versions, but still the version of them. I get that they never truly die in the comic. Oh yeah, no, yeah, the comics like it's like Peter Parker, right? He never grows up in the comics. Some versions he does, but the main like issues, they just want to have him be a bachelor forever. Don't agree with that. Let's see. I get that they never truly, not the Tesseract, the Mind Stone. I'm sorry, I was gonna say the Mind Stone. But cut me some slack, Albert. Okay, so maybe Wanda isn't stronger than Strange, but I think her peak form is, she still has a long way kind of to go, but her peak form has to be terrifying. Terrifying. Has to be terrifying. That's like Captain Marvel is supposed to. So Marvel is supposed to lead. Kevin Feige wants Captain Marvel to lead the kind of the new Avengers. I don't like Captain Marvel, you know this, but how strong is Captain Marvel herself as well? It's the thing is Wanda, like it's magic, right? Like magic is that form, the art, like that's just everything. I think that would be everything in this world. I went back and rewatched Doctor Strange versus Thanos, and he was holding his own against Thanos too. So it wasn't just Wanda; it was Doctor Strange holding his own as well. But I do want Wanda to get more opportunity in the future. Her character in general, because I think she's such an awesome character, and I think she needs to be in the limelight a lot too. Okay, so maybe Agnes might come back. Wanda doing the mind trick on Agatha again. Yes, I think Agatha's definitely coming back in the long run because in the comics she's the one that teaches Wanda, and I think she's going to learn her lesson, and she's eventually going to teach more because she makes that line right, like Wanda, you don't like just give me the power because I know what the fuck I'm doing. Just give me the power. But Wanda's like, nah, bitch. I think Agatha will come back later on, somewhere down the line, and help Wanda control, just really have her learn more of who she is and what she is. Even though Scarlet is doing that already, there's like Agatha knows more to the story, right? Scarlet's just picking up the piece, but she doesn't know where to place all the pieces to make that puzzle work. So, oh man, I feel my voice is kind of cutting off a little bit. So mixed feelings. So now we look onto the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. We look where White Vision is. What does this all lead to? This all leads to Doctor Strange 2 and the Multiverse of Madness. Are they saving that multiverse for that movie? Is that why we just got little hints of it, little teases in WandaVision? The Quicksilver you see is not the Fox version. It's not even Quicksilver. Big disappointing. But does that mean that they're going to be they're saving something like that for Doctor Strange 2? No Doctor Strange cameo. No Doctor Strange cameo at all. Wow. I thought he was going to show up at some point, but no Doctor Strange cameo. Crazy. What the hell is he doing? What is he doing? He's like the one person who should be handling this situation, right? But he's definitely going to be looking for Wanda at this point. You know, Wanda has the book. Wanda is becoming more powerful, and I don't think she's going to be able to really control too much of the power. So I still think there's going to be a ripple effect. There's going to be a rip in the dimensions, something like that. Wanda's going to do something where they're going to have to fix all that madness, right? They're going to have to fix everything. I really believe that the Spider-Man No Way Home, you see the Tobey, you see the Garfield versions because of something like, I think Doctor Strange comes first, right? Yeah, I think you're going to see how this all affects the whole MCU, of course. So they're saving it, and I'm not mad at them on that. I think Kevin Feige wants to play that card later on, and this was definitely, I don't want to call it an appetizer because it was a really good show. But this is an appetizer to something bigger. They gave you just enough for you to, even though our food is coming late, they just gave you enough for us to appreciate what's on its way. That's why I think the Falcon and Winter Soldier there's gonna be more bombshells on that one, because there's a lot of storyline on that one that could really reach to different storylines that they're doing. Skrull invasion. White Vision is now out there. White Vision is still the government's gonna want that. Hayward is not dead, so he might have still a card to play. Monica Rambeau, even though she's going up into space, apparently there's something that still. I mean, she's still connected to Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel is still connected to Earth, even though she's probably out there. So there's a lot of things that could definitely happen. Definitely happen in the Falcon and Winter Soldier, and then you got Hydra, right? I hope to Odin that they bring Red Skull in. I want Red Skull to come back. The guy who played Red Skull in Endgame was the guy from The Walking Dead who does great impressions. It wasn't the original. It wasn't Agent Smith. It was another guy. Bring that guy in. He's much cheaper and he does still a fantastic job as the Red Skull. I want to see Red Skull in this MCU if we're going to do the Falcon and Winter Soldier. And I want things being mentioned about Weapon X. I want that, was it Stryker? I want to see Stryker in. There's still big opportunities. There's still big bombshells that's coming with this new series. Wanda really just satisfied and gave you the idea that this is coming, that prepare yourself, Very interesting. Very, very interesting. All right, Albert, what you got to say, man? Excuse me. Monster Energy drink. You think the Eternals have something to do with the multiverse? I don't think Shang-Chi or Black Widow will. I guess maybe the Spider-Man movies too. The thing is, I don't know anything about the Eternals in the comics. I don't know. I just know that they're Titans, like Thanos. No, I feel like I don't know. I don't know too much of the Eternals. That's the thing. I'm excited for it because of the cast. But everything is always connected. So maybe, especially with Wanda's power, like how they're not going to take notice on that. Wanda is like the Phoenix, yo. She's like a Jean Grey. So I don't know. Like I said, I think they're supposed to be kind of like Titans, like Thanos. You think the I read that it's funny that Doctor Strange wasn't there because he's in New York and Westview is in New Jersey. My man is like a 10-minute flight. Dude, he can, but you gotta remember, he could just show up. Remember when he had like Loki like fucking fall for like 30 minutes? I was rewatching some of those clips too. I'm assuming that they're gonna showcase why he didn't appear with Wanda. There might be like a jump to that kind of timeline, sort of like he was busy doing something or fighting somebody or whatever. There might be like an end credit scene. I don't know. And they usually explain something like that and just brief dialogue, but they'll probably showcase something like that of why he wasn't there. Red Skull might be free to show up now that he doesn't have to be protecting the Soul Stone. He may have been released from that eternal imprisonment. I don't know how he would though. I mean, because is there like different versions of Red Skull technically now? I don't know. I think it would be a mistake if Marvel didn't use Red Skull though, especially with Winter Soldier and with the Falcon. Like this is a great time to bring in Red Skull. So I don't know how. I guess I don't know how it would work. I really, it would have to be explained a little bit more if they would showcase Steve actually returning the stones, right? I think everybody wants to see that. Everybody wants to see Steve, that conversation with him and Red Skull. It's very odd that they didn't have a conversation and didn't showcase that in Endgame. So Feige, his mind working, maybe saving that card too, because I don't see how you don't bring in Red Skull at all. I don't see it. Especially with the super serum, right? I mean, that still comes to play. People are still trying to make Hulks, Captain Americas. I'm assuming they're still trying to do that. Winter Soldiers, that still comes to play in Marvel. You know what I remember in Doctor Strange? They said that the world would be variable with the time stone. Maybe he's been hella fighting people. Holy shit! What if Damanu is in the multiverse? Well, there's still we thought. I mean, yeah, Damanu, but you also have Mordor. out there too, and it would have been crazy if he would have showed up in this series. So yeah, Mordor out there as well. Damn, there's so many things. There's so many like plot lines that have still going on, right? That Marvel hasn't addressed, especially with the Doctor Strange 2. I mean, how many years ago was that? Oh my god! But they have now. Disney Plus is on the run with the show now, and WandaVision was such a success that you don't be surprised you'll get a lot of the more of the backstory of a lot of these a lot of the like the magical aspect of it, the political aspect of it. Like, don't be surprised if they drop some of that stuff on streaming, especially now with COVID and everything. So, and they play their big cards on movie releases. You know, I don't know if Black Widow's gonna have anything really. I kind of heard a lot about that movie and the end credit scene, and I'm not still. I think it's really late in the game for that film. They should just drop it on Disney Plus already. Um, but definitely they're gonna flesh out this universe with the help of television, especially when you got Luke Cage, you got Jessica Jones, Daredevil, Iron Fist. You could recast the Iron Fist guy, bringing them in. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Oh man, I get sleepy now. Let's see. Doctor Strange was late 2000. Oh my god, I know. It's 2016. And what's crazy is Carlisle wrote that, and Carlisle is actually one of the reviewers that I used to watch, called Spill.com, and he was with Corey, Cyrus. Corey now has this review channel called Double Toasted. Freaking love those guys. Those guys have great opinions on movies. Corey needs to let people talk though. Black Widow's just gonna set up Yelena and Nate replacement. I'm pretty sure she's gonna be in Hawkeye. That's what I heard too. That's what I heard, and it's kind of a little bit okay. Well, I gotta watch the movie to see how this character goes, you know. And Hawkeye, that's right. Hawkeye has a show as well. So there's a lot of superhero properties, and the question is too: do you get fatigued after a while? We haven't had any Marvel stuff, so this is great. We're back, running again. But going from this finale, the thing I like about the thing I think that DC could beat Marvel is in the true darkness factor. In movies, The Dark Knight, even Batman Returns with the Tim Burton version, like they always had a darker edge. And I think sometimes I love Marvel. I love the family friendly kind of content they put out. I think they do have strong writers. I think this one was a little bit hit and miss, but sometimes I want a little dark, and sometimes I want a little more grounded. And I think not only DC, but a lot of other properties that come out, that superhero properties, they do a good job on it. So I'm hoping Marvel could do a little bit of that. Just give me a little bit of that Infinity War. The Russo brothers did a great job of really doing an Empire Strikes Back on that. I want them to, if they're going to take chances for this new phase, I think they really need to take chances on Blade. The Eternal seems like it's kind of like another Guardians of the Galaxy chance. So, and Wanda was another chance too, but I think they could have. I don't know what their plan is, but I think they could have. They had a little bit of golden opportunities there, and still remember the episode when Quicksilver was introduced, and I'm just blown away, and I'm like, oh my god, so many possibilities, and it's just fucking boner. So I don't know. We'll see. Damn, I'm getting tired. All right, let's go, Albert. Let's see what you got, man. I feel like as long as the motion people won't get fatigued, Marvel movies are good movies before they're superhero movies, and people will never get fatigued of good movies. Yeah, you got to be a solid movie, You gotta not just be. And Kevin Feige is smart. He's a smart man. He knows that he needs to freshen up some stuff. He needs to make quality work. He needs to bring in people to make quality work, and for us to be engaged. The superhero genre seen a lot of it, but the execution is depending on the execution, it could be going on for a very, 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 very long time. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting, especially with the Zack Snyder Justice League cut that's coming out. Interesting. Um, but I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see what kind of crazy shit they do with Marvel. I mean, they really have some crazy properties coming out. Similar, you can still get your Ant-Man and Wasp, you still get your Spider-Man, but you get a little bit of Blade. You maybe remember they're bringing in like Tom Hardy's Venom, Morbius, so you get all this shit going on too. So who knows? We'll see. Dan the Man reviews. So we're gonna have a break next week and right back into Dan the Man reviews. Falcon and Winter Soldier. Do we have to go see a Phase 4? Yes, I know. I hear the movie theater's gonna be opening up pretty soon, so we definitely have to. Spider-Man, man. Spider-Man, I'm looking forward to it so much. Yes, so we get a break and then we get Falcon and Winter Soldier. And I will be doing the same thing. Hopefully everything goes smoothly. I'm very upset that the stream or my mic didn't fucking work on the biggest stage, right? The Super Bowl of finales of Marvel and all that stuff. So man, that sucked. But we got to talk about it. We got to really convey feelings here, mixed feelings for me on the finale. But overall, the series was great. I enjoyed my time with you guys talking, and I'm going to enjoy my time with you guys talking about the Falcon and Winter Soldier because I'm telling you, they're going to be dropping bombs on that show. I think this was an appetizer. We're starting to get maybe we want that slice of pie before we hit the dinner. We'll see. We shall see. So remember, I do have that Funko Pop giveaway. Just go to my channel. I'll probably have the link down below. I got to set up everything on this again. But I want to thank you guys, whoever came to watch. Albert, Ghost. I'm going to go all the way up. I want to thank all you guys, man, for just being here, man, and just talking, just crazy shit. Some of the theories didn't come true, but some, I was fucking right on some of them. I was telling you. Sir Boba. Find Wanda at some point. Yeah, I didn't even read your comment. I'm sorry. Yeah, he is gonna find Wanda at some point. Ghost, as always, Ghost. CR Mohanty, Dominator. Yeah, thank you guys for coming, man. I'm sorry that the first stream didn't go so smoothly. But hopefully we can get that going. We can get that fixed when we enter the Falcon and Winter Soldier. Do we have to go? I'm gonna watch Falcon Winter Soldier while holding my replica shield. I always wanted to get that replica shield. Yeah, it was weird that you mic. I know because the mic was working and then it just cut off. Fucking Hydra, man. Hell, Hydra. What was your favorite scene of the season? Where's the Thing? Like the Thing from Fantastic Four? Because his ass wasn't in there. Are you talking about the Funko Pop giveaway thing? I'll put it on the description box. The link. Just go to my channel too if you want right now, and you'll find the video there. My favorite scene of the season. Okay, let's kind of wrap this up a little bit. If you guys got any remaining questions, I will definitely answer them right now. Let me just take a little bit more swig of this. That shit didn't help. I'm still tired. What was my favorite scene of the season? I was gonna say Quicksilver, but they really fucking botched that one. I really am disappointed on that. I honestly thought the scene I was gonna say the scene when Wanda says goodbye to her kids and Vision was so powerful, so moving. But now, fuck that. My favorite scene in the whole season was Agatha's song was Agatha. It was Agatha all alone. And fucking when she looks at the camera, she's like, and I killed Sparky too. That's my scene. I was busting out laughing like you fucking. I love that part. I loved that part. It's the song, but that particular scene where she says "I killed Sparky too" was just really rubbing it in, and then it created so many good memes, especially with John Wick. You know, it's like fucking you have people or you have little somebody calling John Wick like, "Hey, come get this bitch." So good. That's my favorite scene. My favorite scene is Agatha saying she killed Sparky. What an evil woman, right? This is such a that was a great one. I would say Elizabeth or Wanda and her goodbye, but to keep it really what a way to have such a very dark ending to that be funny, you know. So I'm gonna say that. Nah, Dominator is my brother. Oh, okay. He's talking about Fantastic Four, the thing. I told him he was going to come out last week. No thing. I was hoping for at least John Krasinski to be Reed Richard, you know, make a cameo, but that didn't happen. Who do you want to play the thing though? Like, I wonder who would play the thing, and I wonder how they would do it. You know, CGI, I guess, all the way. For me, it was when we see Wanda's parents die and the bomb ticking with the Stark logo, and then the TV is still playing. Good shit. Yeah, that was good. That was a good moment. Especially it harkens really back to the first Iron Man when I saw that Stark, you know, missile. And then it made me excited too, because I'm like, shit, you know, Wanda's had this power for a long ass time. She didn't just get it from the stone. It just really accelerated it. So she's a mutant, right? She's a mutant. They're technically these people are mutants now. Monica's a mutant, and technically, right? It's gonna be interesting when they do bring the mutants in or the X-Men in, right? So how are they gonna explain the mutants? I don't know. It's just fucking crazy. I thought they were gonna go that Quicksilver route, honestly, but it was Agatha all along. So thank you guys. I think it's time for me to get some memes. Can't just can't wait for the Falcon and Winter Soldier. I actually now more excited for that series. I'm sorry, like I said, for the first stream, but we're gonna get this going again. We're gonna take a little week break. I'm going to make a video though next week, explaining what what I'm expecting from the Falcon and Winter Soldier, the theories that are going to be going around. So there will be an edited video on that, and then we're going to do the same thing every single episode of the Falcon and Winter Soldier, like we did with Wanda. I'm going to do, I believe it still comes out at midnight. So I'll be here with the stream. Guys can come in, comment all you want, and we'll continue this. And I promise you, I'm hoping that, you know, the mic's good this time. So thank you guys. I'm Dan Manny Son. Thank you all, Albert. I'll be seeing you, man. You're pretty much my you're my guy in the chair, right? You're my guy in the chair. You're the guy that's telling me all the info for me to succeed. To be a mutant, you have to be born with the X gene. I think they can change that. They're definitely going to change it. It's not going to be the mutants are going to be introduced so much different now than we were used to seeing, like in the Fox properties. So, oh, good night, bro. As Falcon Winter Soldier premiere, don't forget to watch the making of WandaVision next week, and also Marvel Legends. I think I did watch that a little bit. I think that's what I was watching. I saw Tony. But yeah, it's gonna be good stuff, man. We're moving ahead. Hopefully that movie theater comes out, or movie theaters start reopening, so I can see my movies in the big screen. But thank you guys. I'm Dan McAdale's son. Mixed feelings on the finale, but overall great experience of the whole series.